The death of dining out. Why are restaurants sitting so empty lately? Economic pressure is high. Inflation has eroded our spending power and our income levels to a level that is basically laughable. I I just can't justify certain expenses anymore, um, especially in terms of the value that you get for what you pay for. I need to focus on basic living expenses, and that just becomes priority for a lot of us. Food prices have exploded. I Every time I get to the cashier and pay for my groceries, I just start laughing at the cashier and saying, "Oh my gosh, isn't this crazy?" And the cashier just looks at me with a blank face. They are so numb to it all. But it still shocks me every single time. Every single time I'm paying for groceries, barely anything, and it's always $100 or more. Um, Also, with restaurants, there is a level of tipping fatigue. I just, I don't understand sometimes with tipping, especially when you are making a pickup food order. Many other services would require tipping if that is kind of the level of expectation that we have. I always tip no matter every time I'm offered to tip, I always tip. So it's not like I don't tip. It's just another factor that you have to factor in when you are considering going to a restaurant or not. Also, shrinkflation is a real thing. The portion sizes are also something to laugh about at restaurants sometimes. Um, it's rare when you find those restaurants that actually give a healthy portion. You get value for your money. You can have leftovers when you're done with it. It's rare. So take note, restaurants. We like that. We like value for our money. I'd rather pay a little bit more than and have some leftovers that I can take home than pay less and, barely have anything in front of me. I've recently learned this, but no matter how nicely the food item is displayed at a restaurant, more often than not, these are very cheap ingredients that we're putting into our bodies. Most stuff aren't even cooked at the restaurant. It's frozen. It's frozen reheated foods from monster monopoly chains such as Cisco. That's why everything tastes the same, because they come from the same factory, very likely. Also, there is less dining out because delivery apps have exploded in popularity. I don't personally understand that one because I personally can't justify the cost. If anyone around me wants to make a delivery app order, I will volunteer to pick it up myself for you. It hurts my heart when I think of some unnecessary expenses, at least in terms of my own values and feelings. And COVID has really caused a lot of businesses to go under, never return. Many businesses haven't returned or have never fully recovered since COVID. I have a local Chinese restaurant that since COVID and to this day still functions as a pickup restaurant only. There's no dining option at this restaurant. So, hey, if it works, it works. And with more of us working remotely, there are fewer opportunities for work lunches and gatherings such as happy hour. When was the last time you had a coffee meeting related to work? It just doesn't happen as much anymore, which is kind of sad. I've personally related to discovering more DIY cooking, improving my own cooking and baking skills. Social media, there's always these quick little shorts on TikTok or YouTube that makes cooking almost anything look really easy. So it motivates you to want to try new recipes. So with more kind of engagement and excitement and education that is offered through social media, we all feel a little bit more empowered to do some more home cooking, which I think is really wonderful. And restaurants, if you think about it, it's usually quite noisy. The whole exchange can be quite transactional, and you very likely will receive subpar food. It's a little bit performative. It's a little bit stressful. It's very stressful if you are a parent. With children, no thank you. Home entertaining and more potlucks is far more relaxing and intimate. And did I mention everything at the restaurant tastes the same? It's uncanny. Anywhere you go, any Chinese restaurant that you go to, the deep fried prawns are identical. So that tells me this is from a single manufacturer. And so it just feels like a gamble. The quality of service feels like a gamble. The quality of food is another gamble. I'm not a gambler. No, thank you. And have you noticed that your local grocery store is evolving into mini restaurants? They provide so many great quality choices. I would prefer some of the grocery store delis over many restaurants any day at this point. So they're stepping up their game as well and offering some great choices, great affordable choices. And finally, the number one thing that I've recently put a lot of thought into is the restaurant cleanliness. I'm going to venture to say that no matter how clean and hygienic a restaurant strives to be, there's a lot of misses happening. So if you just think of every single employee following proper hand washing standards every single time, unlikely. The level of cross-contamination, the amount of cloth rags that are reused, the amount of food, the soups and sauces that stay in that really dangerous temperature zone. And even if your servers and cooks are using gloves, they're probably not remembering to change it between tasks. So there's a lot of multitasking happening there. And restaurants, because they're so active with food and, crumbs and things falling into the corner, and it's just a germ magnet. Cockroaches, rodents, pest control. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.